जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनन्दन व्रज जन रञ्जन। यशोदनन्दन व्रज जन रञ्जन। यशोदानन्दन व्रज जन रञ्जन। यशोदानन्दन व्रज जन रञ्जन। यमुनतीरावनचारी। 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 जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी। 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे। Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Ananda Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Jaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Lengayade Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vante Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Sri Chaitanyamishwaram Paramananda Madhavam. Hare Krishna to all devotees. First time, say thanks to all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and especially senior devotees, to give me a chance to remember Krishna. Hare Krishna. Today we are discussing Bhagavad Gita chapter 3, verse 31. We can see this sloka. Ye me madamidam nityam Anutishtanti manava Satthavando nasuyanto Muchyante tepi karmapi. Ye me madamidam nityam Anutishtanti manava Satthavando nasuyanto Muchyante tepi karmapi. Ye me madamidam nityam Anutishtanti manava Satthavando nasuyanto Muchyante tepi karmapi. Hare Krishna. Anyone interested to recite the sloka, please.
Krishna Prabhu, Lord Pranam. Krishna. Ye me matam idam nityam anutishtanti manavaha sattvavanto anasuyanto muchyante tevi karmabhi.
Ye me matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha Shraddhavanto anushuyanto मुच्यन्ते तिपि कर्मभिः
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We can see the word meaning. Ye, those who, those who, me, my, madam, injunctions, idam, these, nityam, as an eternal function, anutishthandi, execute regularly, manavaha, human beings, sraddhavando, with faith and devotion, anasuyanda, without envy, muchyande, become free, te, all of them, api, even, karma bhihi, from the bondage of the law of fruitive actions. Meaning and purport by Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Meaning, those persons who execute their duties according to my injunctions and who follow these teachings faithfully without envy become free from the bondage of fruitive actions. Purport. The injunction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the essence of all Vedic wisdom and therefore is eternally true without exception. As the Vedas are eternal, so this truth of Krishna consciousness is also eternal. One should have firm faith in this injunction without envying the Lord. There are many philosophers who write comments on the Bhagavad Gita but have no faith in Krishna. They will never be liberated from the bondage of fruitive action. But an ordinary man with firm faith in the eternal injunctions of the Lord, even though unable to execute such orders, becomes liberated from the bondage of the law of karma. In the beginning of Krishna consciousness, one may not fully discharge the injunctions of the Lord, but because one is not resentful of this principle and works sincerely without consideration of defeat and hopelessness, he will surely be promoted to the stage of pure Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manofishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahin Tadadi Supadandigam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yudapadakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunathanidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Parijana Sahidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanyatamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hariprive Vancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhupyevacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Pudale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamin Namine Namaste Saraswade Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatari Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Pudale Srimate Bhagavad Swami. Hare Krishna. Today we are discussing Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse number 31. When we read verse 31, it is connected with the Sloka 30. Sloka 30, 31 and 32 are interlinked. In Bhagavad Gita 30, Krishna gave instructions to Arjuna how to act without expecting any fruits from the karma. And then 31 explains if we follow these instructions as per verse 30, what will happen and what is the effect of that karma? And then 32, if we didn't follow that instructions, what will happen? So these three slogas are coming together. 30, Krishna gave instructions to Arjuna, and 31, if we follow that instructions, what will happen? And 32, if we didn't follow that instruction, what is the effect? So 31 is very important in this time. 31 is very important. If we obey the injunctions of Krishna, what is our benefit? If we give only instructions, it will not be acceptable. So we need to tell what Krishna wants to tell. If we follow that instructions, what is your benefit? What we will get from following the instructions? In verse 30, Krishna told, therefore, O Arjuna, surrendering all your works unto me with the full knowledge of me, without desires for profit, with no claims to proprietorship, and free from lethargy and fight. Without laziness, you surrender all your works to me with the full knowledge of me, and without any desire from the profit or fruits from your act. And there is no proprietorship. Don't think about the proprietorship. I am the owner or I am the doer. Don't think like that. If you do something like that, if you do their acts like this, what is the effect? What I can give you? What is the offer I can give you if you follow my injunctions? That is explained in slogan number 31. In slogan number 31, Krishna told, Yeme madamidam nityam anutishtanti manava. This is my injunction. If you follow regularly, anutishtanti. In this sloga, there are main three words are there. Anutishtanti, Sraddhavando, Anusuyanto. Three words are very important. Anutishtanti means executive regularly. If we execute regularly, we can get the benefit of that one. Anudishtanti means, in other words, in another perspective, Anudishtanti means, Anu means to follow. If we follow the footprints of Acharyas, we will get benefits. If you didn't follow the principles, or if you didn't follow the injunctions of Krishna, it will affect. It will not be fruitful. Suppose if you are living in Kuwait, if you didn't follow the law of this country, they will be punished. Sure. And we have freedom. If you obey all these rules and regulations, we have freedom here. We can go, we can move anywhere, we can drive the vehicles, we can speak to anyone, we can have friendships. And if that is not obeyed, the law of that country is not obeyed, they will be punished. When we drive the car, if you cross the red signal, they must be punished. And if we beat someone, they will be punished. So there is a regulative principle. If you didn't follow that regulative principles, that will be punished. For us also, there is regulative principles. If the country, there is superior, there is a king, they introduce some law of conduct or law for the country, that we must obey. But if the Supreme Lord also gives some instructions, some injunctions, we must follow. Mainly there are 4 regulative principles, we know. Normally, all these regulative principles, what we think? If we obey that 4 regulative principles, what is the freedom? If we are not intoxicated, if they are not allowed to intoxicate, how it will become a freedom? Or if we have no gambling, or we cannot deposit in a lottery, or if we cannot deposit in a share market, then what is the freedom? Like that, normally all the people are thinking like that. If we obey all the regulative principles or regulative principles, then where is the freedom? But if you obey that principles, there is freedom. In countries also that we are telling, if there is law, if you obey that rule, we have freedom. If you didn't obey that rule, they will put it in the jail, behind the bar. Then we cannot enjoy the freedom of that country. Same like Supreme Lord Sri Krishna give some instructions, some injunctions. If you obey that, we are free. We will have freedom. Same like suppose this this world is like a jail. Durga means jail. The authority of this jail is Durga. Durga have three. There is Trishul with 3 points. That 3 points, and all these Durga, all these members, 84 lakhs of uniform they are giving for these jailers like us. 84 lakhs species. Each species have separate uniform and put it in the jail in the Durga. And the Durga, the jailer of that one, that jail, they have Trishul. Trishul means 3 points are there. That each point mention 3-fold miseries. With that 3-fold miseries, Durga punishes. If we need to release from that jail, Durga, if the president can give exemption for that one, same like that, Supreme Godhead give an option to obey my injunctions, to obey my instructions, I can release you from that jail. So, for our freedom, Bhagavan give such an injunctions to obey. Here in this one, suppose this one, Bhagavan give 2 conditions to get out of the bondage of this karma. What are the 2 conditions? Be faithful with Sraddhavando, Anusuyando. 2 conditions. Sraddhavando means with faith and devotion. With faith. Faith is the base of devotion. Without faith, no one can. I remember devotion, faith and belief explained by Shivana Prabhuji one class. Without faith, faith is the base of devotion. Without faith, we can't develop devotion. If there is no faith in Bhagavan Krishna, how can we follow Krishna? So faith is the basic principle of devotion. And Anusuyando, without envy to God. God is the supreme and he maintains all the things. And we cannot envy. We are the servant of the servant of the servant. We are dasanu das. In Srila Prabhupada, in his speech, I can read one speech regarding this 31 sloka 31. Srila Prabhupada specially mentioned on that one. I can read that one, just 2-3 minutes. In his speech about this verse, Srila Prabhupada starts, what is Vedic wisdom? Veda is to survey ahameva vedyo. Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, 15th verse. Sarvasya chaham kriti sannivishto matas madir jnanam apohanam cha Veda is to survey ahameva vedyo Vedanta krit veda videha cha. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas am I to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. In this one, Prabhupada give me that all the Vedas are compiled by Bhagavan, and from that Vedas we need to know Krishna. Veda means knowledge. Veda means knowledge. What is perfect knowledge? Perfect knowledge is that my constitutional position is to serve. Bring any man in this world who can say that I am not servant. is there any man or woman within this world, within this universe, who is not a servant? Can anyone of you say that you are not servant? Is there anyone? Anyone is servant. Everyone is servant. Somebody is servant of the society. Somebody is servant of the country. Somebody is servant of his wife or family, or some cats and dogs. Ultimately, one must be a servant. All are serving someone. And then Prabhupada telling, so when a man comes to this knowledge that I am serving, so why not serve the Supreme? This is knowledge. This is perfection of knowledge. Nobody can be freed from being a servant. Either you become a servant of God or you become a servant of dog. You must be a servant. So the intelligent person, a wise person, he prefers to servant of God instead of becoming servant of dog. There is no escape that one cannot. One is master, nobody is master. Everyone is servant. Therefore, one who executes his duties according to my injunction, God's injunctions, and who follows her teachings faithfully becomes free from the bondage. As soon as you become servant to somebody besides God, then you are in bondage. You are in obligation. Obligation there is, but that is not bondage. To become servant of God is not bondage, but servant of dog is a bondage. Here Srila Prabhupada tell, the bondage, if you serve except Supreme God, Krishna, there become a bondage. And that servant become faithful to the Supreme God. That is the main thing. Without faith, we cannot serve anyone. If we work 1 month, we are expecting, we are believing that end of the month we will get salary. If that faithfulness is not there, that belief is not there, we can't work. And if you are a student, we believe that after completing my degree, I can get a certificate. That is our expectation. With that faith, we are studying for. If engineering, we are studying 4 years. If any course, that in material world also we are have some faith to our superiors. Then spiritually, Prabhupada told, if we serve Krishna and if we accept Krishna as a supreme, that is our perfect knowledge. That is the faith. Faith means there is one story we heard several times about Narada. Once Narada is on the way to Vaikuntha, he met in between one Brahmana. He is reading scriptures and he is very, very much involved in the sadhana. Then when he saw Narada, he gave Danda Namaskar to Narada and asked, from where you are coming, where you are going, what is, like that I am expecting your blessings. And he gave Danda Pranams to Narada. Narada told, I am going to Vaikuntha to see Krishna. Then he is so much excited and asked, you are very blessed Maharshi. You are very blessed. You can see Krishna in Vaikuntha. You can freely go to Vaikuntha. Then when you go to Vaikuntha, when you see Bhagavan, just ask him, when can I go to Vaikuntha? When can he call, when can God, Krishna called me to Vaikuntha? Just ask him. And then, okay, I can ask him. And on the way back, I will tell you what will happen, what Krishna told. Then on the way again, he is continuing his way. After some time, he met one cobbler. He is sitting under a banyan tree. He also, when he saw Narada Maharshi, he gave his obeisances on his to him and asked him where you are going. Then Narada told, I am going to Vaikuntha to see Krishna. He also, same thing, he also told, I am waiting for his call. When can I go to Vaikuntha from this bondage? When can I release from the bondage of here and go to Vaikuntha? Just ask him. Narada Maharshi also agreed with him, and I will ask. Then When he reached Vaikunta, he gave offerings to Bhagavan and then get blessed. And then Narada asked these two guys, one Brahmana and one cobbler. He asked me, when can come to Vaikunta? Bhagavan told, I can guarantee the cobbler will come to me after this life. But about Brahmana, I have no guarantee after how many births he can reach here. He can serve me. Then Narada wondered, why like that? Krishna is partial. Then he asked Krishna, why happened like that? Brahmana is full-time in devotional services. And then he can't come in this life. But cobbler, he is doing his job under a banyan tree, sitting, he is repairing others' chapels and like that. How he prefer a Brahmana, keep it there with more lives, and then cobbler is coming after this birth? He told, I cannot give you the answer. I will tell you one thing. When you meet him again, he told, Krishna didn't give me this answer. He is busy with something. He is trying to, he have one needle. He is trying to pass an elephant through the hole of that needle. Just to tell them. Then from their reaction, you can understand what the reason their Brahmana is not coming after this birth. Then Maharshi returned, Narada Maharshi returned, and first he met Brahmana. Brahmana asked him what happened, what told to you. Did you ask my question to Krishna? Narada Muni told he was very busy there. I can't ask this question. Then Brahmana asked what he is doing there. He told he have one needle, a small needle with him. He is trying to pass through the needle hole an elephant, and a big elephant. Brahmana suddenly laughed. How fool he is. Everybody knows there is no way to pass the big elephant through the needle hole. Then what he is doing? Maybe he is in illusion. You are in illusion. You didn't meet Krishna maybe. Krishna never do like that like thing. Then Narada understood he is no faith in Krishna. Then he approached cobbler. He was sitting under the banyan tree. When he saw Narada, he is very happy. He came to Narada and asked about Krishna. He told the same thing to cobbler. When cobbler heard this one, with ecstasy, he started dancing. He is dancing, my Krishna, my Bhagavan is such graceful and glorious. Like that, he started dancing. Then Narada Maharshi asked him, why you are dancing? He is doing such a foolishness. Then why he is laughing? Why he is glorifying him? He can never do like things. Then how he glorify him? How he is enjoying this one? He told Narada, you don't know. I am sitting in the banyan tree for long years. In that banyan tree, there are so many fruits. In that fruits, there are tiny seeds. From that tiny seed, my God can make such a big tree, or he can keep that big tree in a tiny seed. Then through a needle hole, he can pass elephant or anything through that. Such a wonderful, such a great is my God. At that time, Narada Maharshi understood why the cobbler after this birth reached Vaikunta. This faith, only faith, not works. It is reasonable. This cobbler have reason to believe Krishna. It is reasonable that if simply blind faith is not work in a devotion, we need to understand Krishna's supremacy. We need to accept Bhagavan's supremacy, and then we give faith to Krishna. Only faith cannot work. It must be reasonable, like a cobbler. So faith is like that. Without faith, we cannot develop our devotion as a servant. If we need to believe or need to have faith in God, we can serve. And if we serve any other, it will bind us in this material world. So Prabhupada told, we are a servant, all are servant. If we are not servant of God, we serve God, a dog. We know we are serving, so many persons are serving a dog. They are serving better than their child. Like that. Then in purpose, the injunctions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the essence of all Vedic wisdom and therefore is eternally true, without exemption. The essence of Vedas, Vedic means knowledge. In Vedas, Krishna is, God is hiding. In Veda give an idea that there is God. Then in Vedas didn't mention the God is Krishna. Ishavasam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. In Ishopanishad specifically mentioned that Ishavasam idam sarvam. The whole universe is Bhagavan's ownership, under Bhagavan's ownership. And the controller is also Bhagavan. But who is Bhagavan? Veda not mentioned. Ishavasam idam sarvam. Full universe, all universe is under his control and he made this universe. He is the creator and he is the controller of the whole universe. That is Ishvara. But in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan mentioned this Ishvara is who? Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartade. Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter 8th verse. If this universe, I am controlling the whole universe. Bhagavan specifically mentioned that. At that time, Veda mentions that Ishavasam sarvam. That is that Krishna himself confirmed that Ishvara is me. I am the supreme God. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartade. In my ownership, all are functioning. In my proprietorship and in my control, all are working. All the universe is working. That the essence of that Vedic wisdom is true. If the Vedas are true, therefore it is eternally true and without exemption. There is no speculation. There is no speculation. It is true. It is eternally true. Sanatana Dharma. We are calling our dharma is Sanatana Dharma. If it is same like a Bhagavad Gita. And before 5,000 years also, Bhagavad Gita is same. In this yuga, in this time also, it is correct, and in future also it is correct. There is no exemption. Bhagavad Gita is complete. Before 5,000 years ago also, this situation is perfect. This Gita is perfect. In this time also, in current period also, it is effective. It is correct. There is no need to correct anyone, no need to add anyone, or no need. We can't delete any single letter from Bhagavad Gita. And in future also same, there is nothing to add on that one. So it is eternal. It is Sanatanam. It is Sanatana Dharma. So we need to believe on that one. There is no question of speculation. There is no question of exception. As the Vedas are eternal, so this truth of Krishna consciousness is also eternal. Yeah, Vedas are eternal, so Krishna consciousness also eternal. All the Vedas they mention there is Ishvara, that is Krishna. Then this is also eternal. So Brahmanyo Devaki Putra. Brahma means Devaki Putra. Krishna is the Brahman. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. So there is eternal. One should have firm faith in this injunction without envying the Lord. There are many philosophers who write comments on the Bhagavad Gita but have no faith in Krishna. There are so many commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, but there is no faith. He is not accepting Krishna as supreme. Then there is no use. There is no use of such things. How? Without faith, we cannot understand Krishna. Without faith, we cannot understand Ishvara. We are not in a mood to understand if there is no faith. For that, Srila Prabhupada told, milk is very delicious. But if a poisonous snake put their head in that milk, it will become poisonous. Same like that, if philosophers without faith, without accepting Krishna, they interpret Bhagavad Gita is like a poison that will kill our spirituality. It is very dangerous. If Bhagavad Gita interpret without faith to God, without faith to Krishna, it is dangerous. Not only the philosophers who read that philosophy, who read that scripture, they are also having near future death of spiritually, not materially. There is no growth in spirituality, such persons. There are many philosophers who write comments on Bhagavad Gita but have no faith in Krishna. They will never be liberated from the bondage of fruitive action. But an ordinary man with a firm faith in the eternal injunctions of the Lord, even though unable to execute such orders, becomes liberated from the bondage of karma. In that, Srila Prabhupada told, Bhagavan give an offer. If with faith, if somebody don't have faith, there is faith, but not to follow the injunctions properly, they can also be liberated from the bondage of karma. One time, there are two disciples of Prabhupada. One disciple, he told to Prabhupada, I can follow the four regulative principles, because especially illicit sex, I can't follow that one. So Prabhupada told, rascal, you can go anywhere. Prabhupada, one time, one of the guy asked, why you are using such a rascal word? Srila Prabhupada told, this is not my word. This is the what word Krishna uses. I repeat that one. You have no vocabulary to translate mudha. So I am using same word as rascal. Like that, he told to that disciple, you can clear from the place, you rascal. The same thing, another disciple asked, Prabhupada, I am trying my best to obey all the four regulative principles, to follow the regulative principles. Some principles, such regulations, I cannot follow. I am trying my best, but I can't. Prabhupada told, don't worry, you can chant. You will become liberated because you have faith on that one. You are trying your best. So you can continue with us. That is the faith. Someone, they are rejecting that one without faith, and someone is trying to follow the regulative principles or injunctions of Bhagavan. They can be free from the bondage of karma. That Bhagavan is told. If even though unable to execute such orders, becomes liberated from the bondage of the law of karma. If you are trying with faith, with the utmost faith, Krishna will break the bondage from the karma. But main thing, we never expected fruits from the karma. That Krishna gave Arjuna the instruction in 30th sloka. We never expect fruits from our karma, and then all the karmas give to Krishna, and strong belief, strong faith on Krishna. Like that, if in soldiers, same Prabhupada gave example. If there is soldiers kill so many enemies, but they are not bounding on that murder, because they are doing their duty for the country. This is not binding personally. Right? They are doing that karma for the sake of a nation. Same like that, if we are doing karma on behalf of Bhagavan Krishna, it will not bind us. It will not be a bondage of karma. We are free from the karma, but we surrender to Krishna unconditionally. There is no conditions to surrender. We feel that we are for Krishna. We are the servant of Krishna. On that mood, if we serve Krishna, we will not be bound on this one. If we are not following the instructions of or injunctions of Bhagavan, 100% also, Bhagavan will excuse us and give release from the bondage. And then Srila Prabhupada told, in the beginning of Krishna consciousness, one may not fully discharge the injunctions of Lord, but because one is not resentful of this principle and works sincerely without consideration of defeat and hopelessness, he will surely be promoted to the stage of pure Krishna consciousness. At the beginning stage, maybe someone not able to follow the principles. Principles never change, but the opinions can change. Someone not able to obey or not able to follow the injunctions of Bhagavan, and they have faith on Krishna, no problem. At the beginning time, it is very difficult to follow all the regulatory principles, but we have faith on them and we are trying, it is enough. That means we also know it is very difficult at the beginning time. It is very difficult to chant 16 round Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But by the time we can chant 16 rounds and more very easily with the devotion, with the concentration, such things. But in our case, different. At the time of beginning time, we are very concentrated on a devotional service, and by the time being, it will reduce sometimes. Like driving a car. At the beginning, when we learn driving, we are very careful to drive. We keep a distance of 15 meters or more than that with another vehicle. And after 1 or 2 years, become expert in drive. We very close. We are stopping the cars with very close. We know the distance, how much distance, if 1 meter or a half meter, we know. We will become expert. Same like that. At the beginning time, we are very careful of a devotional service. And after that, sometimes when we are serving, then we are very proud that we are a devotee. Then no problem. I am free from any material desires like that. But this is not correct. Always we be careful. We keep distance from the material desires or any other sense gratification and follow the instructions of Bhagavan. That is safe. So at the beginning, if we can't follow the instructions, also we can be in progress in Krishna consciousness by trying to follow the instructions or injunctions of Bhagavan. And also main thing, Srila Prabhupada told, without consideration of defeat and hopelessness, we'll be hopeful that Krishna will protect us and defeat. In time being, all are think that our success is some other's failure. All the guys, almost all are thinking that if someone fail, this is my success. If someone's sadness is our happiness. Like that, the world comes like that. This is happening in our world. One time, there is one competition on the stage that around 10 people are standing on the stage and they give each one balloon with air and give each one a needle also. And then the conductor told, if you hold this balloon without damage for 2 minutes, you succeeded. Otherwise, you failed. And then they give each one their balloon and needle. Suddenly, each one started damaging others' balloon with this needle. And after 1 minute, all the balloons are broken. Then after that, this coordinator told, this is the mentality of all the guys. Each one need to succeed by damaging others. If all are standing without damaging to other one, all the 10 guys will succeed in that game. But all these 10, they didn't allow to succeed nearby, and all are in failure. Same like our devotional service also be same like that. We need to be in devotional service together. If we do one guy more service, not be envy on that one. We have no mentality to defeat some others. We all together grow together. That is the peculiarity of devotional service and spirituality. We all grow together. So we are conducting satsang. If in satsang we are all in one mind, we are praying to God, we are glorifying Krishna, then we go together. That is the main thing we are conducting satsanga. And also in every moment we can remember Krishna. Here Prabhupada told, if we give the instruction only to Arjuna, only 30 sloka, that you do something like that, then if Bhagavan didn't tell the fruits of that action, no one will accept. They will ridicule these things, and then they didn't believe God. So he gave an offer in this sloka that if we accept this one with the faithfulness and without envy, I will release you from the bondage of karma. And also in every karma, we can remember, we are always engaging in some karma from the day beginning to the end. We are doing something. We are always doing something. All that karma, if we offer to Krishna, we can remember full time, all the time, each and every moment we can remember Krishna. If you do anything, if you do any work, if we are offering this job, our work to Krishna, we can remember full time, 24 hours we can remember Krishna. Because we are always active, we are doing something, or we are remembering something, or we are speaking something. All the time we can remember Krishna. This is for Krishna, I am doing this for Krishna. At that time we can avoid our envy, avoid our greed, avoid our all the avoid our material desires and accept Krishna. Then summary. By this we can summarize this one like that. The truth of Krishna consciousness is eternal. From this sloga, what we need to understand, what is our takeaway? First one is, truth of Krishna consciousness is eternal. Vedas are eternal, so Krishna consciousness also eternal. There is no need to speculate on that one. We need to accept that one. That means the injunction of Supreme Personality of Godhead is the essence of all Vedic literature. And the Vedic literature, Veda is eternal. So the Krishna consciousness also eternal. And therefore, it is eternally, it is Sanatana. And second one is studying Bhagavad Gita without faith has no benefit. If there is no faith, Prabhupada told, if a philosopher without faith on Krishna, if he interpret Bhagavad Gita, it is useless. So studying Bhagavad Gita without faith has no benefit. If such persons, if he interpret Bhagavad Gita without faith, they never get liberated from the bondage of any action, any karma. So, second, we need to understand Bhagavad Gita will read with the utmost faith on Supreme God, Sri Krishna. And firm faith gives surety of a success. Our faith is firm. We must be success in devotional services. Spiritually, we will be success if we have faith. Faith is the base of a devotional service. Without faith, we can't give. If we have no faith, to whom we need to praise, to whom we need to glorify. So, faith is the base of all devotional service. One who have firm faith, even though unable to execute such orders, such a person is surely promoted to Krishna consciousness. If there is faith, that guy, that devotee will be promoted and he will be liberated from karma, from Sanjita karma. And firm faith, even though unable to execute the injunctions, there is a chance if they discharge the injunctions of the Lord, they also liberated from the karma. Still, we will be surely be promoted to stage of Krishna consciousness if one is not resentful of the principle and works sincerely without consideration of defeat and hopelessness. Without defeat and hopelessness, if we do service with a firm faith, we can be liberated from the bondage of karma. We can be liberated from the cycle of birth, death, and diseases. We will be liberated from the material bondage. Then we can go to Goloka, go to the Goloka Vrindavan, near to Krishna. Then we need to remember, with the utmost faith, we need to give service to Krishna. And from that service, if we are not able to follow the injunctions, also Krishna will release from the bondage of this material world, and he will take us to his adore as a servant. So we must remember we are a servant and not envy on Krishna, that Krishna only is enjoying all these things and we are not enjoying. Don't think that our position is servant, and the servant's duty is to serve the Supreme, and accept the supremacy, and with full faith on God's supremacy and serve Krishna. This will be the aim of our life, human life. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Again,
Hare Krishna.
thank you very much for giving such a time. If I say anything wrong or against our scriptures, please forgive me and please correct me. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Very wonderfully explained with so many practical examples and story, especially for the faith. So as you said, the three things very important: Shraddhavanta, faith, and should not be envious, Nusuyanta, and then Muchante. If we are then sincerely trying to follow, then we are liberated from the fruits of the work. So very wonderfully explained, Prabhu. very important points, and finally you have summarized whatever been explained also. So thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any questions or comments on today's discussion? Please feel free to unmute yourself and you can ask the question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams to all
Hare
the
Krishna.
assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Thank you, Udara Krishna Prabhuji, for the very insightful class. I think this is the first step, faith. They say faith moves mountains. So I think in the Damodar month, we all know that Mother Yashoda had so much of faith that she will bind Krishna. And through the endeavor of hard work and the mercy, she was able to do that. So I was able to relate this particular pastime in this auspicious month, and where you beautifully said the foundation of Krishna consciousness is in faith. And if you are able to have this faith, we can actually build so many things above the faith for us to progress in Krishna consciousness. So you, as Shivagana Prabhuji mentioned, you gave that wonderful example. Prabhupada always quotes that example of the cobbler and the Brahmana. So mere knowledge is not enough, but faith coupled with knowledge, not blind faith coupled with knowledge, I think is what is really the essence. We have to understand why the scriptures, of course, we cannot challenge the scriptures. We have to believe the scriptures, but we have to have that resolute mind to understand the basis on which such aspects are mentioned through constant reading, hearing, Shravanam and Kirtanam. I think we have to remind ourselves time and time again about this aspect so that we don't move away. And you also gave the nice example of the car. We have to always keep safe distance. We cannot be just because we have been a driver for 25 years or 30 years, it doesn't mean that we can go very close to the car which is going ahead of us. So we have to be always be cautious in Krishna consciousness. Especially last week we have seen how aparad can impact us. So we have to always be mindful of so many aspects. Krishna consciousness is not easy, but at the same time it is not difficult also. So thank you, Prabhuji, for your valuable time today and enlightening us. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Amlarjan Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Any other questions or comments? Asimanand Krishna Prabhu, would like to say something about.
Hare Krishna, Uji, Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat pranam, Prabhuji.
Dandavat pranam to all devotees. Nicely explained, Uji, about faith. Faith is it is a primary step for the any work, anything. It is needed. Without faith, further we cannot progress. And it's a devotional also same. Faith is start from faith. And Prabhuji is nicely explained with the example. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Asimanand Krishna, we want to speak about next week program. I think we'll have in the hall, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Speaking, nothing is there. We will be starting, but today is okay. That because of water issue in between.